Hello, welcome to the Smudging Sage Tarot. Before we begin, I like to clear the air with some sage, sweeping away negativity and confusion. This helps us focus, deepen on our knowledge of the tarot cards. Together, we'll uncover the secrets of each card one by one. Whether you are curious beginners or a seasoned reader, this journey will help you connect more deeply with the cards. So, before we go into today's card, that is the Devil, and is a major arcana, I want to tell you about the tarot that has long been used by mystics, seers, and royalty, though its origins remain unclear. Some believe it began in the Far East or India and arrived in Europe during the Middle Ages. The Rider-Waite deck, created in 1910 by Arthur Edward White and illustrated by Pamela Coleman Smith, it's exactly this deck, not this deck, but when you see decks that bring those drawings, this is called the Rider-Waite deck many times. So, a standard tarot deck consists of 78 cards, 22 major arcana representing key life energies and profound psychological themes, and 56 minor arcanas divided into suits. So we have the wands, we have the cups, we have the pentacles, which are materials, and the swords. So imagine each one of these like a building where a family and people with the same ideas and the view on life live together. And then you have gossips, and then you have marriages, and then you have everything that everyday life can bring, while the major arcana are more about big life changes, okay? So, let's dive into the Devil tarot meaning, and to do so, I'm going to put the minor arcana on the side, and I am going to put on first here, in plain view, the card. 1 second, let's check if it is straight. All right. So, the Devil represents the shadow side of human nature. Temptation, addictions, unhealthy attachments, and self-sabotage. Yes, self-sabotage is one of the meanings of this card. It confronts us with the aspects of life where we feel trapped, yet reminds us that those chains are self-imposed, meaning that we chain ourselves. Awareness of this dynamic offers a chance to reclaim our power and move forward toward liberation. So, what are the key themes of this card? Addiction and obsession, manipulation and control, temptation, indulgence and lust, unhealthy attachments and self-sabotage, as I said earlier, and the tensions between pleasure and consequence. So, the meaning of the symbols, let's go through that. How about that? So, we have the devil figure, half human, half animal, okay, half beast. symbolizing primal desires and higher consciousness. Okay, so the animal, the beast, connects to the primal desires. And the man, let's say so, the human part is higher consciousness. Then we have the reversed pentagram on the front here that talks about connection to dark or repressed energies, representing misguided use of power. The chain man and woman here, symbolizing addiction, codependency, and illusion of entrapment. They resemble the figures from the lovers, if you think about it. And I'm going to show you. Here you go. I'm talking about this. You see? Okay, there is this similarity here, showing the dark side of relationships and desires. So the torch that the devil in the devil's hand, it's a light that illuminates disruptive patterns, offering awareness and freedom. Yes, because when this card shows up, you know what it means. So, in numerology, here we have Roman numbers, okay? The X and the V. In Roman numbers, you read it 15th, okay? So, it's like a 10 and a 5. And in numerology, 1 plus 5, it's like a 1, 1 plus 5 equals to 6. The David connection to the Lover's card again. Look, 5 and 1, 6. Again, there is the connection with the Lover's card, showing how love and attachment can manifest in healthy or unhealthy ways. And think about it, guys. How many times we fall in love and we find ourselves in situations that are 100% unhealthy? A sip of water. Okay, in astrology, the devil card represents, it's connected with the Capricorn, with the sign of a Capricorn, focused, ambitious, and responsible, yet prone to pessimism, obsession, or unhealthy work habits. Now, I am not saying that the Capricorn is the devil. I want to be clear when I say this. It's just a resonance of energy. When we are talking about the devil, right? We are talking about addictions. Addiction that are self-detrimental. And who imposed those detrimental habits on ourselves? Okay, follow me. Yes, one thing about the devil is about the Capricorn is the pessimism. And the Capricorn look at the pessimism like a treasure, because they want to always be ready. They are pessimists because they think that in this way they can prevent everything, okay, controlling. But in reality, we cannot control anything, or very little. Can we control even our thoughts? If we can control so many things, why don't we control what we think? And why don't we invest our energies into being, to my dear friends of the Capricorn, more optimistic about life? If you follow me until the end, I have few advices and tips to give you about this subject. But for the moment, let's go ahead with the meaning of the devil into a reading when it is upright in this position. The upright devil represents self-sabotage, addiction, unhealthy attachments, or being trapped in fear-based behaviors. It highlights the darker aspect of human nature, such as indulgence, obsession, and temptation. This card signals that you may be knowingly or unknowingly chained to toxic patterns, unhealthy coping mechanisms, or material desires, preventing personal freedom. Thus, the chains. Okay? Now, what does it mean when the devil card shows up in a love and relationship reading? Okay? The relationship may feel intoxicating, but it could involve codependency, manipulation, or control. You may find yourself stuck in a toxic dynamic where lust is prioritized over love. And this happens so often, guys. For example, feeling trapped in a relationship, you know it isn't healthy, okay? But staying due to fear of being alone, or staying because this relationship keeps us in a position of control or lust or richness, you know, all those things, but it doesn't feel good. You are trapped. You are not free. What does it mean with this card shows in this position in a work and career reading? The devil warns of an unhealthy attachment to your job, such as workaholism or obsession with status and financial success. There could also be a controlling work environment or a toxic boss in your job that this card is pointing out. Example, staying in a toxic workplace because of financial security, even though it drains you emotionally. And then people will say, yeah, but it's my job, I cannot find another job. Here you are confronting yourself with self-imposed limitations. There are plenty of jobs outside, even your same job in another company. Just breathe in the multiple possibilities that are around you. So, what does it mean with this when this card shows up like this in a spiritual and personally spiritual growth reading? The devil, in this case, shows how unhealthy habits or addictions block spiritual growth. It highlights the need to confront your shadow self, the hidden fears or insecurities holding you back. Example, realizing that watching TV or overindulging in food is numbing emotions you'd rather avoid facing. Yes, many times we do this to to face our emotions, those low that makes us feel down, instead of facing them and find healthy ways to overcome those mental or emotional states. So, but what does it mean when the devil is in reverse? That's good news. When reversed, the devil symbolizes release, liberation, and reclaiming power. It suggests you are breaking free from destructive habits, toxic relationships, or limiting beliefs. It can also indicate a newfound awareness of previously unconscious behavior, allowing for a renewal of hope and personal growth through conscious efforts. So, let's give a few examples of the devil in reverse when it comes to love and relationships. Reverse the devil signals a release from a toxic relationship or unhealthy dynamic. You may finally find the courage to walk away. Example: leaving a controlling partner after realizing the emotional toll it is taken on your well-being. The same position in a work and career related reading, the card indicates a positive shift, breaking free from toxic work habits or an oppressive job. It may signal a renewed sense of independence. For example, quitting a job that no longer aligns with your values, even if it means financial sacrifice. Then, what does it mean when this card shows in reverse into a personal and spiritual growth reading? It suggests reclaiming control over your life and breaking free from limiting beliefs or addictions. You may begin to see the light at the end of a dark phase. Example: overcoming procrastination by recognizing it as self-sabotage and taking action towards personal goals. So, before I leave you, please like, share, and subscribe. This is an awesome and absolutely free way to support this channel. So, the Devil card challenges us to confront the aspects of life where we feel most trapped. Yet, it offers hope by showing that freedom is within reach. It encourages us to face our shadow self without shame, embracing both light and dark within us. Liberation comes through awareness and self-acceptance, reminding us that what once felt like a prison is often of our own making. Facing the devil isn't a punishment, it's an invitation to reclaim your power Walk away from limiting attachments and move forward with clarity and balance. So, remember, the upright meaning is sabotage, addiction, temptation, manipulation, indulgence, and control. The reversed meaning is freedom, release, reclaiming power, independence, restored balance. And just earlier I told you, I will tell you what can be a way to get rid of the pessimism. So we have to know what we are dealing with. Okay, we are dealing with something that we really believe, a way of thinking, a way to perceive reality, that we believe it's right, number one, and two, if we see everything in a pessimistic light, then we can plan in ways to overcome all those bad things. And I am with you with that. And still, I think that pessimism attracts a lot of negativity and makes you very clothed with darkness in the sense of no hope. Okay? So, I also understand that for you it's a survival mood, because you always know you have a plan B for which you know that if everything goes wrong, you have an escape. But I want to tell you something. You know what? Even optimistic people have a plan B. And it's strong and sound like yours. And guess what? Optimistic people have a much more enjoyable life than you. So, since you cannot control anything, nobody can, release the controlling mood. Yes, work on your plan B and work with optimistic thoughts. Think about what will happen if everything goes well. What can I do to make everything go well? Imagine this. We live in a universe that is vast at a level that our mind cannot understand it. Everything can happen on so many levels, and still we are here over and over and over. Planet Earth is the place, is called in the spiritual world, is known as the school. It's the place that exists to make us overcome our limits. Accept the chance to overcome pessimism. Work on your plans. Have your plan B, C, D, up to Z, but enjoy life. Free yourself. Break the chains of pessimism, self-limitation, and bad habits. Okay? Remember, if you want it, you have the power. People have the power. You can do it. Okay? So, if you have enjoyed this reading, this class, please like, share, subscribe. Until next time, bye.